Good morning everyone, I hope you had a good night's sleep. Thank you for joining me. We will be starting our practice lying down on our backs. So let's roll down. Once you get here, just bring the backs of the shoulders to shoulder blades in contact with the floor. And let's just gently hug one knee in and then the other knee in towards our bodies. Maybe a little sway from side to side. If it feels uncomfortable to bring both knees up, just do one knee at a time. You can stay still, you can have that gentle sway, checking that you're on the back of the head, not the crown of the head, so you're not jutting that chin up. And if you've got one leg on the floor, just gently swap over. And let's all meet with our feet flat on the floor. Just bring the arms down by the side of your body. Just that gentle breath. A long, slow inhale. And a soft, slow exhale. And just slowly bring the pelvis into neutral. So those hip points are level with the pubic bone. So that sacrum's in contact with the floor, making sure you're not pressing the lower back to the floor, so you've just got that natural curve. And then a gentle hug into the midline. So you may think about hugging the hip points in, you might think of a gentle bracing, or if you go to Pilates, there may be another imagery that you use to help you activate your core. Coming into leg floats, we'll start with that right leg. So take a nice deep breath in, float that right foot off the floor. And as you exhale, slowly float that right foot back down. Just float with your own range of movement, coming over to the left. And slowly float it down. Trying to keep that pelvis in neutral, checking that you're not flaring out the lower ribs. And as the name says, it's a leg float. So just slowly float up. And slowly float down. Now the next time you float the right foot up, I'm going to invite you, if you want to float the left arm up. But just work with your own range of movement. So maybe the fingertips point up towards the ceiling, or maybe they just point towards the front of the mat. So right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. So with the arm, just keep the elbows soft, fingers soft, palms soft. Keeping that gentle hug in. Pelvis neutral, checking you're not flaring out the lower ribs. And let's do 2 more each leg. So I've got one more right and one more left to do. And then from here, float the arms above the head. Now if it feels too much to lengthen out the arms, I like to bend the elbows and interlace my fingers, and I've got my hands just above my head. And then I just gradually lengthen out my arm. So I'm just going to slide that right leg away, so sliding the right heel away, and just allow that right leg to rest on the floor. And just stay here. Sometimes I allow my elbows to come out to the side, and then I sometimes lengthen them out, just depending on how my shoulders are feeling. Maybe come up and have a nice little stretch in, maybe a little wiggle with the arms, just checking in with how you're feeling. And then from here, just sliding that right foot in. Lengthen out that left leg, sliding the left heel away, so the right foot's flat on the floor. Just pausing here, checking in with how you're feeling, how that back's feeling, the shoulders. And then slowly slide that left foot in. Release the arms down by your side. Gently roll to one side and then slowly come up. Let's all meet up in tabletop. So in tabletop, shoulders over wrists. You can tuck the toes or feet flat on the floor. Maybe you want a little lean from side to side, a little shift from side to side. Maybe you fancy a few cat-cows. Whatever is calling out for you right now. And if you're doing your cat, just work with your own range of movement, curling vertebrae by vertebrae, and as you uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae, coming into neutral. Soften the chest, a gentle lift of the head, not the chin, and maybe just lift the tailbone slightly, checking that you're not just spinning the guts down towards the floor, so that you're looking after that neck and the lower back. And then we'll come to centre, to neutral. Coming into some glute raises. Now, if your wrists and shoulders feeling a little bit tender this morning, maybe you want to come down onto your lower arms, which is fine. So from here, gentle hug into the midline, shoulder blades in neutral, pelvis in neutral, neck and under the rest of the spine. Bring your hands to that right glute. Use that right glute to float that right knee off the floor, knee is bent. Slowly lower the right knee down towards the floor, and then just bring it out to the side, not too high, fire hydrant. Slowly come back in, squeeze it back up, glute raise. Slowly lower, fire hydrant or tabletop clamp, and then squeeze it up, out to the side. So that's 3, we've got 3 more. Squeeze up, glute raise for 4, fire hydrant for 4, squeeze up for 5, waking up those glutes, 6, that's 5, now it's 6, and slowly come back in. Just a little lean to the left, so you can step that right foot forward, coming into a kneeling lunge, top of the left foot in contact with the floor, pelvis in neutral. Reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Have a lovely long stretch here. And then just exhale, release the arms down. Roll that right shoulder back, the left, right, left, right, and left. And just slowly come down, bring the right palm to that right thigh, maybe you need to heel toe that right foot out, left shoulder, left wrist, lengthen the spine, gently bring the body round to the right, coming into a kneeling twist, just pause in here. You can keep the palm on the thigh, or you can just gently circle the arm back. I've got lots of bend at my elbow, but you can lengthen it out if that feels comfortable for you. Let's do one more. And then slowly lean to the left, making space to slide that right leg back, tabletop. Set your base, gentle hug in, or that gentle brace. Awareness to the left glute, and squeeze up for 1. Out to the side for 2. Try and keep those hips square, squeeze up, and out. 2, squeeze up for 3. And squeeze up for 4, weight even through both hands. 5, and 6. And then a slight lean to the right to make space, step that left foot forward, the top of the right foot in contact with the floor, 90-90 kneeling lunge, and reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. A lovely long stretch here. Exhale, soften the arms down, roll the left shoulder back, the right, the left, right. 1 more each side. Left palm, left thigh, float that right hand down, right hand, right shoulder, twisting to the left. Pause in here, set your base, lean back into that right shoulder blade, and then option to keep the left palm on that thigh or circle the arm. So I've got lots of bend in mine. And let's slowly come all the way back to tabletop. Have a little wiggle from side to side. And then from here, let's step that left foot forward, tuck the right toes, slowly coming up into your kneeling lunge. And then from here, swivel that right lower leg under, coming into a kneeling warrior 2. Reach the arms out. And then from here, flex the hands, push away. So giving those lower arms and the wrists a stretch. So fingertips are pointing up towards the ceiling. And just breathe. Just that natural breath, long, slow inhales, and just that slow, soft exhale. And then from here, left lower arm to that left thigh. Maybe reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, or maybe you can bring the bicep by the ear, right bicep to the ear, coming into a side angle variation. And then slowly release, swivel back round, coming into that 90-90, and from here reach fingertips to the ceiling, bend at the elbows, come into your goddess arms, opening out the chest. You can tuck the right toes. And exhale, float the hands down, slowly come back to tabletop. Maybe have a little sway from side to side, a little shift from the left to the right. And then let's bring that right foot forward, coming into that 90-90 kneeling lunge. And then swivel that left lower leg under. From here, coming into your kneeling warrior 2. Flex the hands, push away. Set your base, gentle hug in. And let's come into our side angle variation. So right lower arm to that thigh, maybe the fingertips to the ceiling, or bringing that left bicep by the ear. And then just slowly release, swivel back round, tuck the left toes, coming into your kneeling lunge. Fingertips up towards the ceiling, bend the elbows, opening out the chest. Maybe slide the shoulder blades in towards the midline slightly, activate the glutes to get a little baby back bend, as well as opening up that chest. And exhale, float the hands forward, slowly, slowly, slowly come back to tabletop. Maybe a little shift from side to side, tucking the toes. Gentle hug into the midline. Float the knees off the floor, hips up and back, down dog. Lots of bend in the knees. So let's check our base. Let's push up through our arms, lengthen the armpits, lengthen out that spine. So you're on the balls of the feet, spread the toes wide. Don't worry about heels to the floor. Just think about pushing up, lengthening the spine, checking that lower back's not rounding. Relax the head and neck. And then maybe gently pedal at the feet, walking at your dog. So just lengthening and bending one knee at a time. And then from here, come to stillness. Slowly lower the knees to the floor. Keep the toes tucked. Just slowly bring the hands back to the knees. Lift the knees off the floor so you come onto the balls of your feet, lengthen the spine. And then from here, heels to the floor, allow the hips to float back, lengthen out the spine. And then just push the hips back. Lengthen the spine, crown of the head towards the front of the mat. And slowly bring the hands to the feet. Hip hinge with a lovely long spine. Push down even through both feet. Allow the hands to slide up the thighs. Reach the fingertips all the way up to the ceiling. Lovely long stretch. And then just slowly release the hands down to the side. Inhale, float the arms all the way up. As you exhale, slowly bring the hands down through to heart center and release. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, float up. Exhale, bring the hands down through to heart center. Last one. Inhale. And exhale, float the hands down. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to come to the middle of the mat. Just close your eyes and just bring your awareness to yourself, to your body. Check that you're spreading the toes wide. Big toenails in contact with the floor. Tripodding the feet to activate the arches of the feet. Weight even through both feet. Soften the knees. Check that pelvis is in neutral, so you may need to bend the knees a little bit more. Lengthen the spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. Check that the neck's in line with the rest of the spine, that you're not jutting the chin up or dropping it forward. And then from here, just relax the arms. Just allow them to dangle at the sides, soften the fingers, soften the palms. Gentle hug into the midline. And let's inhale wide and full to the sides and the back of our rib cage. Nice long easy exhale out through the nose. One more breath. And just slowly bring the hands through to heart center, or maybe bring the hands down to the belly, whichever feels comfortable for you. Thank you very much for joining me for this short morning flow. I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you've got time to add on another little video, maybe a standing flow, or maybe you're off to enjoy the rest of your day. Slowly open your eyes. Thank you very much everyone for joining me. See you soon and enjoy your day.